Hello everyone, welcome back to Double Scoop. Today we're going to be talking about if they remade the iconic film of the 1985 Clue, which is one of my personal favorite movies, so I take this very seriously. A video about the original Clue film, I would recommend this video right here. It was very good and I just loved it. I wanted to make this video after I found out that Ryan Reynolds and Jason Bateman have a Clue remake in the works. I believe that it's due to be a TV show, but not many details are confirmed about it. So I thought, who would I cast? Start off with major characters and talk about minor roles later. First we have Wadsworth, originally played by Tim Curry, who does a fantastic job and nobody could top that. But to replace him, I chose Bill Skarsgård, who I think could capture the direct, weird, mysterious, eerie energy, but still having charisma, and just I think he would perfectly capture this role. Feels like it's right, and his hair Dickinson. What I love about the original Mr. Green is the comedy, and also that in the ending we find out he's an FBI agent, but most of all the comedy. And I think Harris Dickinson would do a very good job, even though he's known for his more drama work. In the movie See How They Run, which is a very underrated murder mystery, he plays a character that I think would perfectly capture the right vibes of Mr. Green. Next is Miss Peacock. I have two actresses that I think could be good contenders. First is Meryl Streep, and then Toni Collette. I don't know if I pronounced that correct. With Toni, if you've seen Hereditary or you've seen I Was Out, she's very good at playing crazy, but going between that and calm comedy, she is a very balanced actress. Meryl Streep, if we're going for an older person to portray her, and I think Meryl Streep could capture the essence of Miss Peacock perfectly. Next we have who I would cast as Miss Scarlet. I have two actresses. First is Halle Berry. I think a older, mature actor would do a very good job. And or I have a younger actress, Simone Ashley, who her standout role is probably in Bridgerton, which I love her character. I really picture Miss Scarlet as a person of color, and I think that both of these actresses, or either of these actresses, can capture the sassy, daring, and confident character, which is Miss Scarlet, who I do think is very well acted in the original. Next we have Professor Plum, who's originally played by Christopher Lloyd in the original movie, and I always play as Professor Plum when I actually play Clue. Purple's my favorite color. But besides that, I also have two actors. Both happen to be from the UK, I believe. We have Daniel Radcliffe and Eddie Redmayne. I personally think I would like to see a younger actor take on Professor Plum, and I would love to see Daniel Radcliffe because I would really like to see him in a larger project since the Harry Potter, and I think Eddie Redmayne also captures very kooky and intriguing characters, which I think Professor Plum is, and I think he would bring a new vibe to the role. Next we have who would play Miss White. Miss White is an amazing character. She's so mysterious, and the scene where she's like fire on the side of my face, I'll insert a clip, it's just flames. And I also have two actresses that I think could play Miss White. We have Natalie Portman for an older actress, not that she's old, but I think off appearance that she will look very much like the original actress. And after I saw Black Swan, she can definitely play a frantic and defensive character. We also have Mia Goth as the alternate. She is younger, but she's absolutely amazing at playing like crazy people, like her in the X trilogy, amazing. Her in Frankenstein, amazing. She deserved a nomination for that. Like, she was robbed, but she didn't. And I think they both could capture the physical and emotional sides of this character. I have two actors once again. We have David Harbour and Sean Astin. Both happen to be Joyce's love interests in Stranger Things. I do think we need an older actor to play Colonel Mustard. I think it would make a lot of sense. And I want to keep the tradition to the original movie. I think I would love to see Sean Astin back in a movie because I know he's the head of the SAG union, or I don't know the direct title, but I think it would be great to see him in a remake of an 80s movie, obviously due to his popularity in the 80s, in the 90s, and I would love to see him come back with this project. And David Harbour, I think I would also like to see him in a project since Stranger Things, but I probably prefer Sean Astin over this, and I know I'll probably pronounce his name wrong, but just roll from here. I have two actresses for Yvette, who plays the maid, and my original is Margot Robbie, because I feel like she could play that role, plus it's a blonde character, like she's the #1 pick. I also have a smaller actress whose name is Jessica Alexander, who's in the show Get Even, and I would love to see a smaller actor take on this role, and I think she would do very good. And I think Yvette is a underappreciated role, and I would love for a smaller actress to get it. But also, I put Margot Robbie, and I feel like any person in a casting room would choose Margot Robbie. Next is a very small role, but it's the Singing Telegram, if they're going to keep it very much a remake of the 1980s movie, which for the Singing Telegram, I think we need an actual singer. So I have either Olivia Dean or Sabrina Carpenter. I know very like popular singers, but I think I would be a very nice cameo to see a popular singer at the time and probably be relevant. And I'll probably mispronounce her name, but here is Lisa Colin Zas. She plays Lisa in The Bear, and I think that since she's a chef in another show, it would be funny for her to play a chef, especially if it's a minor role. I also put Kalia Settle. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I think she's like funny, and I would like to see her appear, just even if it's for a short role, which is the chef. We have who would play Mr. Body. Spoiler alert, Mr. Body dies. And I think it would be really nice to get a recognizable actor. I chose Oscar Isaac just because I would love to see him in this role, but this role could literally be anyone due to the fact that it doesn't appear much, but just someone that like has star power, someone that has charisma, someone that you could believe could blackmail people. And I think that's just the vibe that you could get from a very minor character of The Motorist, which I put either Patrick Ball, who is in The Pit, and I really think he does an amazing job in The Pit, or Cillian Murphy. The Motorist, he wears like a leather trench coat, and I feel like Cillian Murphy bro's wearing that, and I think he could do a good job at good job portraying the role. And I think it would be great if it was Cillian Murphy, because it's I love to see major actors that are just like showing up for a little bit. Like, he's not trying to get no Oscar nomination with this, he's just trying to have a good old time. And then Patrick Ball, I want to see him in more stuff. I really like him in The Pit, and I would really like to see him in more stuff. We also have the character of the cop, but I don't really care who plays them, because anyone could do that, a actress or an actor, as long as they do a good job. I also filled out these roles based on the original, but I don't expect them to make a copy for copy. I expect them to do their own takes, their own creativity, as I would really want that from a remake, especially Clue, because Nogi and Clue is alike. You don't have the exact thing, so I would not like a copy, especially because I love the 1985 one so much that I don't. They should of course respect the source, but the game of Clue has so many different versions. Like, I play one with Miss Orchid, which I would also love to see her in a movie adaptation. And this is just my takes, and if you have any different opinions, please share in the comments on who you would cast. I just want to have a creative and unique discussion, and I just wanted to share my side because I was obsessing over this and wanted to share my thoughts. Thank you for watching.